Hello folks, the old deplorable basket case here. So I was just going to put on some nice videos and fold laundry, and then I saw that someone left a comment on one of my videos. So I went to see the comment, and I saw the comment. I was going to just type a short response, and then I read more of the comment, and I was like, oh my, okay, this is, I gotta argue with this. No, I gotta say this about that. So here I am, and I'm making this video. So a person commented on my video, response video, Sanders and Socialism. The person says, Bernie Sanders is not a real socialist. No idea why he calls himself that. Well, there are many different kinds of socialism, and many of the different kinds of socialism say that anyone who doesn't practice their kind of socialism isn't a real socialist. So I have no idea what to make of that, except that I have no reason to take it very seriously. Because there are all these different kinds of socialists, and they do, many of them at least, and many of them do say that they are the only real socialists, so I'm not taking that seriously. If anything, he's an old 50s, 60s style New Deal FDR Democrat. Bernie certainly has not advocated for socializing the means of production. If you had an actual socialist, they would call Bernie a centrist. I'm sure some would. I'm sure many would. I don't know. What do you mean actual socialist here? I would argue some of his policies could be viewed as conservative, or at least not radical left. Okay. Define radical left here. Single-payer healthcare should easily be more cost-effective than any market healthcare simply because of how insurance works. How about how government works? With insurance, the larger the pool of people involved, the more accurately it can be rated. Therefore, using the largest pool possible is best, and making it non-profit means all the money spent can go to healthcare instead of 80%. Have you ever heard of government overhead? Ever heard of that? Private health insurance is basically just a useless middleman sucking money away when we could just have some bookkeepers. Okay. Faith in your government is all well and good, but do you really think that some massive government office dealing with literally everybody in the entire country could possibly be considered efficient? Do you really think that? I don't think that. Okay, remember, this is the same government that has the U.S. Post Office. Okay, if you ever go down to a U.S. Post Office and say to people, okay, were you happy in there? Did you have a good time? Okay, do you want these people, the same people who make the post office, who run the post office, the same government offices who are doing that, do you want them to be in charge of your health care? Ask people that. As for free education. Okay, I want to stop right there. Education. There's no reason why education can't be free for everybody. It is free for everybody now. If you want to get educated, you can get educated for free on the internet. You can research anything online. You can get, if you want to get educated for free, you can go to a library. There are options. You know, ask your parents. Ask your parents to teach you stuff. If you have some, maybe you have some relative who knows things. My aunt is a mathematician. She tried to teach me math. I didn't learn very well. But she was there. She was available for me. Okay? Lots of people have relations who know things. Education can be free for everybody. It is free for everybody if they just go and get it. When Bernie Sanders talks about free education, he means a free trip to college. Which isn't free, because that just means you get paid by the taxpayers, which means everybody pays for it. It means all that money goes through the entire government bureaucracy, which is not efficient! Sorry. As for free education, following Eisenhower giving free education to vets, we saw a return of investment. Yes, we did. The people became educated, got better jobs, and ended up paying the government back many times over in taxes due to this. Yes. To me, these seem like fiscally fiscally conservative things to do. Look, between offering a free college education to a certain finite group of people and offering a college education funded by the taxpayer to everybody in the entire country, there is a difference between those two things. If you don't see the difference between those two things, then you really should see the difference between those two things. You really should, because it's important. Granted, I don't really know what a conservative is anymore because a lot do appear to be market fundamentalists. Okay. Capitalism is fine, but I think some things need to be extracted from it and placed in the public sector. Fire, police, military, health insurance, education, infrastructure. Fire, police, military, those are all in the public sector. Education, well, education is in the public sector and in the private sector. People have options. Infrastructure. Define in the public sector. If you mean it's the responsibility of the public sector to make sure things get done and they are capable of hiring people in the private sector to get things done, then yeah, no problem, no argument with that. We do that now. If you mean literally everything needs to be done by the government, by people who work directly for the government, don't vote! Dude, seriously, I'm sorry, that was unfair. You should vote. Everyone should be able to vote if they want to, but dude, don't. That's not good. That's a bad idea. That doesn't work. If that's what you mean, think about it really hard. Also, extreme income inequality, where it starts resulting in high percentages of poverty, can be very toxic. Income inequality does not cause poverty. It does not. When you start tearing down people because they are rich, just because they are rich, that can cause poverty because you damage the economy like that. And I think it's something like 50% of Americans make under $30,000. I don't know either way. Not a figure I've researched. Considering housing and living costs continue to rise, this is a bad situation. Yes, the economy has improved since 2008. But not for very many people. Many new jobs being made are part-time service jobs that often lack benefits. Forget 2008! Things have changed since 2016! Okay, I happen to have this page open in my browser. I've been meaning to make a video about it for a while. Okay, this is from March. The private sector added... Hang on, don't do that. 263,000 jobs during the month. Let me see. Hang on. Get a little more into it. Goods producing jobs. These are not manufacturing. 30,000 new manufacturing jobs. Construction payrolls are up by 49,000 people. Miners and natural resource companies added 4,000 jobs. This is a big deal. Okay, this is not. These are not. How do you put it? Part-time service jobs that lack benefits. Okay. If you think things are unfair, I'm not going to argue that. Because this is life. And there are things that are unfair. I'd be insane to deny that. And I'm not that insane. I might be insane, but not that insane. But the facts are important! Really! I've said this before. I've made entire videos ranting about this. Okay. If you want to make an argument about the U.S. economy, I'm happy to make an argument, a debate. I'm happy to debate you. I'm perfectly happy to do that. But we cannot debate if the facts are not there. If the facts are not part of the debate, then it's not a debate. So, thank you for commenting. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate getting the feedback. I have never actually considered whether or not Bernie Sanders is a real socialist or not. I just thought of him as Bernie Sanders, as a person who has who pushes for certain programs. And I happen to disagree with a lot of them. I've always thought of him as an individual, not as a socialist or not a socialist. So now I've thought about that. Thinking about something and thing I never thought about in a new way. I didn't think of it before. So thank you for that. I do appreciate it. This is definitely a way for me to become a better person, and I appreciate it. I'm very grateful to you for that. Thank you. And I am perfectly happy to debate the U.S. economy with you. But again, get the facts. Okay? Okay. Thank you. And everyone else who's watching this, thank you for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and have a nice day.